Today on the channel, we're going to ram it down like Judas Priest in 1988 with Ram Man Masters of the Universe 2000X Collection.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Masters of the Universe 2000X Deluxe figure unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got one of my absolute favorites of all time in Ram Man. But for all your Ram Man needs and a whole lot more, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15%. Yes, 15% on all in-stock items, just like I did over there at Jay's Toys and Games. And you know we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. And we're going to use our heads to ram something down like this review here today. And like I said, Ram Man, an absolute favorite of mine. And very cool to get a big deluxe figure of Ram Man. Now, Ram Man a lot of times thought of as kind of a dumb character. Obviously, it makes sense. He's using his head to hit things and stuff. But as a little kid collecting the Masters Universe, he was one of the first figures I had. And very iconic, of course, with his gimmick action of his action figure. And it translated to watching the cartoons, enjoying his work, Ram Man's work, just some of the best work you'd ever see. Really liked him all these years later. So very cool to get the deluxe one here today. So without further ado, let's see what's going on with old Ram Man, ramming it down. Got the Masters logo up there at the top. Big oversized figure. He's got a little weight to him as well. You know I'm here for that. Ram Man down there, it does say the heroic human battering ram. Makes sense. The math checks out for sure. Looking cool there. And then on the side, there it is. Look at that. Ready for war. And there is the war. He's bringing it right back here. He's got his trusty axe. Always love that axe with him as well. A little bit of cross-sell down there. Cannot wait for Clawful. That'll be a fun one. From the Siren Song episode. And I've probably seen that episode the most times. It felt like that was always on whenever I saw Masters 2000X. And I've told the story in the past. I wasn't a huge fan of the series when it first dropped. It wasn't until years later that I really started to enjoy it. And that's the way it goes. That's the way the old cookie crumbles from time to time. But looking good on the back of the package. Got He-Man and got Buzz off there as well. Looking pretty darn cool. But let's get him out of the package. What do you say? What do you say? Let's do it. See you later. Goodbye. Oh, gotta get all this stuff out of here. There it is. Nothing too fun there. See you later. Goodbye. And see you later, goodbye. Spider-Man style, bam, see you later, goodbye. Then we do get the card. The mighty Ram Man falls for Evil Lynn's Siren Song, but soon breaks free to battle evil. Yes, evil. Ready to go with Ram Man. Looking pretty good there. And he's locked down with some twist ties. Wouldn't be Mattel or McFarlane. If your company starts with an M, you have to use these twist ties. We know how that goes. Ram Man ramming it down. Hopefully not ramming my fingers down. I don't think I cut my fingers one time in 2025, so I'm going to try to keep that going on in 2026. We'll never forget that Jurassic Park unboxing of 2024, Todd McFarlane, where I sliced my finger pretty darn deep, bled everywhere. I thought I was going to have to get stitches, but super glued it up. Didn't have to get stitches, thankfully, but it was a hard time. A lesson was learned that day. Be careful with scissors. That's what I learned. And I'm trying to keep that going. Trying to keep that going here in 2026. I'm glad to have you guys here with me to keep me on track. There we go. Jeez, these twist ties are something else. Next level twist ties is what we got going on here. There it is, twist ties. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's get down to it. One accessory here outside of the twist ties. Some count those as accessories. Todd McFarlane, but you got this big old axe here, and it's an axe that's been used a time or two. Got some dings, got some dents in it. It's seen better days, no doubt about it, but it is a big, powerful axe, and how heavy thy axe, as they say. I think the band The Sword sang about that once upon a time. But here we are, we got Ram Man, and we're going to ram it down. Like I said, Judas Priest style, 1988, never forget. Shout out to Glenn Tipton once upon a time. But looking good here, starting in the head. You got the gold on the top there. He's ready to ram it down with that head, of course. Kind of a smaller head based on the overall size of him as a whole. but it does work, and that's the way he is. That's the way he lives his life. Big body, small head. You know, we've probably met a person a time or two like that. Got some shoulder guards up there. They are removable. They just kind of lay over the top, almost like a shawl, a little shawl over the top there. No cape for Ram Man, though, man. That would really take him to that next level if he had a cape for sure. No cape, but he does got a skirt on, so he's not all out of the woods. But you do got that Ram Man skirt around there in red. You got the brown belt. Got the gold belt buckle there with a little skull on it, looking very nice. Got some green tights there and some Three Musketeer-esque boots on him with a little rim up at the top. Looking pretty good. Now, he does got 2 gripping hands, no extra hands, anything like that. Feel like Ram Man should have came with at least 1 fist. When your head doesn't work, your fist does the talking. That's what I would say, but it is what it is. Got a little forearm guards over here as well, ready to go. Looking good. 2 big old gripping hands on him. Now, his arms do go around, but as I figured, you move it around, you're going to lose that shawl right off the top, so you got to be careful of that, I guess. Arms do come out, arms all the way around. Single jointed elbows on him, side to side. Hands back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth, side to side. A little bit of up and down there. Waist articulation. Splits, kind of. A little limited by that skirt. Same thing with the legs up. Limited right there. Single jointed knee, boot cut, ankles, back and forth, side to side. So basically our usual master style of figure articulation here. Now, no gimmick with him as far as ramming into people or anything like that, unfortunately. And if I say unfortunately, I don't know. In my age, my advanced age here of a 172 Todd McFarlane, I don't know if I need those gimmicky features that, you know, go crazy for the little kids once upon a time. But he did have that many a times in the past, including the 2000X version he got from Mattel once upon a time as well. So historically, he has had it, but not all the time. Not all the time. But it does look good. He is big. He's bad. Dare I say he's nationwide, like a young Dusty Hill. Frank Beard, I would take that too. Also Billy Gibbons, of course, if you need to. But I do like the looks of this one. He does stand out. He is big, and he's bigger than some of the other characters. I think that is a lot of fun. So I'm here for Ram Man, a favorite of mine from all back in 1983 or whatever it was. I'm here for this, looking very, very good. But not the first time we got Ram Man, as we know. We got the 2000X series here. Now, I don't have all the 2000X figures. I would really like to. I got some. I'm just slowly working on completing that line. It's a decade point process here. It's a long game is what I'm doing. And I'm trying to find a minty loose is what it is. But I do got Ram Man here, so you can see that size difference between these two. And this one does have a little bit of that gimmick feature. Pop up if you want to, or get him real low down there. But very cool. Nonetheless, I do like Ram Man. As I said, a favorite of mine. I do got Beast Man here. We unboxed him on the channel as well. So we can kind of see some of these deluxe figures next to each other. So you can see him and Beast Man squaring off. That might make some sense in your fig fed or your display if you need to. Not a bad piece of business. Really enjoyed this Ram Man, all things considered here. Very fun. This line is better than expected. Sometimes you just see these new lines, and we saw this at San Diego Comic-Con 2024, and I just kind of said, yeah, it's all right. It's cool. It is what it is. But I've so far enjoyed these figures more than I thought I would. And it's brought me closer to that series, you could say. I always remember the OG one. However, I say out of all the 80s cartoons, for me personally, once again, don't shoot the messenger, the original He-Man series is very hard to watch after many years. But the 2000 series has a new life for me personally. And maybe you're like me. Maybe you're different. It is what it is. But Ram Man here today, what's your thoughts on this one? A Ram Man a pickup for you? You need this in your collection? Let me know in the comments down below. If you made it this far, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you over there on Patreon and YouTube channel membership. Support the channel. Check it out. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is also the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show. Available where podcasts are found with video cast on YouTube. So for Ram Man, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?